Hi friends, my name is krishnaakumalla. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We already discussed about accommodation bills in our previous video. We are going to work on very good illustration today. This illustration is being extracted from ICI material instead of Chartered Accountants of India material, foundation material basically. You will definitely enjoy learning this illustration. It's a very important and very nice illustration. Without wasting much time, let us get into the problem. Okay, friends. Let me read the illustration. On 1st July 2019, George drew a bill for 1,80,000 rupees for 3 months on Harry. Guys, you have to be very, very careful because it's confusing a little bit. 3 different parties are involved. Transactions happen between these three people. And there will be a slight confusion here. You have to be very careful. Okay. On 1st July 2019, George drew a bill for 1,80,000 rupees for 3 months on Harry for mutual accommodation. George drew a bill on whom? Harry. That is one. Second, Harry accepted the bill of exchange. So Harry accepted the bill. George had purchased goods worth 1,81,000 from Jack on the same date. He purchased goods from Jack. Who? George purchased. Names are very important. George endorsed Harry's acceptance to Jack in full settlement. So he endorsed the same bill to Jack. On 1st September 2019, Jack purchased goods worth 1,80,000 from Harry. Again, he purchased goods from Harry. Jack endorsed the bill of exchange received from George to Harry and paid 9,000 rupees in full settlement of the amount due to Harry. On 1st October 2019, Harry purchased goods worth 2 lakhs from George. So he purchased goods. Harry paid the amount due to George by check. Whatever amount he is supposed to pay, he paid that amount to George. Give the necessary journal entries in the books of Harry and George. So I'll try to explain each and every journal entry. You have to concentrate a lot to understand this problem because there's a lot of confusion in this. Number one, first thing what happened, George drew a bill on 1,80,000 rupees for 3 months on Harry. He is asking us to write journal entries in the books of Harry, and George. He is asking us to write the journal entries in the books of Harry and George. That is very important. These 2 points you need to keep in mind because here journal entries in the books of Harry and George, he mentioned very clearly. Now, first thing, on 1st July 2019, George drew a bill for 1,80,000 rupees for 3 months on Harry. So who is the drawer? George. Who is the drawee? Harry. Am I right? So George drew a bill. So George is a drawer. Harry is the acceptor. So we are writing entries in both the books, Harry and George. So Harry is the drawee. So that means he is accepting the bill. When he is accepting the bill, what entry is supposed to write? George account debit. Why George account is debited? Because he is accepting the bill on behalf of George. So George account debit and bills payable account. George account debit and bills payable account credit. This is the entry. Similar way, this guy also write an entry. What entry he will write? He is drawing the bill on Harry, right? George is writing the bill on Harry. Hence, bills receivable account. Bills receivable is an asset for him. So bills receivable account debit to Harry account 1,80,000 rupees. These are the 2 journal entries they both write. Are you clear so far? So 1,80,000 rupees bill drawn by George on Harry. Where is the bill? This 1,80,000 bill. Please question this point. Where is this 1,80,000 rupees bill? 1,80,000 rupees bill is with George. 1,80,000 rupees bill is with George. You should never forget this. Bill is with 1,80,000 bill is with George. Number one. After that, what happened? George had purchased goods worth 1,81,000 rupees from Jack on the same date. George purchased it from Jack. No relation to Harry here as of now, as of this transaction. So what George did, he purchased goods from Jack. So purchases account debit to Jack account 1,80,000 rupees. 1,81,000 rupees, sorry. Purchase account debit to Jack account. He is not asking us to write journal entries in Jack books. If at all you need to write a journal entry in Jack books, what entry you write? George account debit and sales account. Am I right? That should be the entry in Jack book. So that is not material for us now. We are not writing those entries. So purchase account debit to Jack account. I hope you are clear till such time. Next, George endorsed Harry's acceptance to Jack in full settlement. George, what he did, he endorsed whatever bill he has. 1,80,000 rupees is bill with him, right? This 1,80,000 rupees bill, what he did, he endorsed that to Jack. This bills receivable has gone from his pocket to Jack's pocket. So Jack account debit 1,81,000. He has to pay 1,80,000 rupees to Jack because he purchased goods 1,80,000 rupees from Jack, right? So he has to debit Jack account for 1,80,000, and he is giving 1,80,000 rupees worth of bill, endorsing. This bill is being endorsed. So two bills receivable account 1,80,000 rupees, and he is not going to pay 1,000 rupees because he got the rebate. So two rebate account 1,000. So now what happened? Transaction got closed from Jack and George. Why? Because he purchased goods and he gave this bill. So transaction got closed. So this entry is over. No entry here. Now, what happened? Why no entry here? That transaction happened between George and Jack. So there is no need for write any entry in the books of Harry. Right. On 1st September 2019, Jack purchased goods worth 1,90,000 from Harry. Jack purchased. There is a Jack again right here, third party. This guy purchased goods from Harry. So what Harry is supposed to write? He has purchased. Harry has purchased goods worth 1,90,000. Sorry, Jack has purchased goods worth 1,90,000 from Harry. So what entry we are supposed to write here? 1,90,000 worth of goods. This guy, Harry, sold to Jack. Please understand. Once again, I am reading. Jack purchased goods worth 1,90,000 from Harry. So Jack sold goods to. Sorry, Harry sold goods to Jack. Harry sold goods to Jack. So Jack account debit to sales account 1,90,000 rupees. What Jack would have written? Jack would have written purchases account debit to Harry account. He would have debited purchase account and credit Harry account. This is the entry they would have written for 1,90,000 rupees. That is done. Then what happened? Jack endorsed the bill of exchange received from George to Harry. See what happened? This 1,80,000 rupees, George endorsed to Jack. This 1,80,000 rupees bill, who has written? George written. On whom? Harry. Whatever George drew the bill on Harry, same bill has been endorsed to Jack. So now the bill is with Jack for 1,80,000 rupees. So what he did after purchasing these goods, he transferred this 1,80,000 rupees to Harry. So who accepted that 1,80,000 rupees previously? That bill was accepted by Harry only. The first entry you see, first entry is that only. So whatever he accepted, the same bill has come to him as a receivable now. Why? Because he sold goods to Jack. Since he sold goods to Jack, Jack has to pay that amount to Harry. He did not pay. What he did, he endorsed this 1,80,000 rupees to Harry. He endorsed that 1,80,000 rupees to Harry. Who? Jack endorsed 1,80,000 rupees to Harry. Guys, this is where exactly, this is a beautiful problem. You have to be very, very careful in understanding. So Jack has endorsed that 1,80,000 rupees. So in full settlement. So what entry we write? Bills receivable account debit, because he is receiving this bill from Jack. So he treats that as a bills receivable only, but that bill is accepted by him only. The bill is accepted by Harry only, but the same bill has went to George. From George it has gone to Jack. From Jack it has come back to Harry. So now what happened? He treats that as a bills receivable for 1,80,000 rupees because Jack is giving that 1,80,000 bill. So he is receiving that 1,80,000 and he is paying 9,000 rupees cash in full settlement. 9,000 cash, bank account debit, and 1,000 is the discount for him. So discount 1,000 and to Jack account 1,80,000. Clear? Now you tell me what is the point in showing this as a bills receivable and here it as a bills payable? This bills payable, whatever he accepted, the same bill has come to him through Jack. So there is no point in showing this as a bills payable and here as a bills receivable. So let us cancel it. No point in showing that is accepted by him only. So what he did is he has to debit bills payable account and credit bills receivable, because this bills payable account he has to debit and he has to credit this bills receivable account. Why this entry has to be posted? Because that bill was accepted by him and drawn by George, and George endorsed that bill to Jack. From Jack it has again come back to him. Hence we are cancelling, because it is payable by him and it has been received by him as a receivable. So payable and receivable, both the sides it is there. So we are cancelling that. So bills payable account debit and bills receivable account credit 1,80,000 rupees. I hope you understand this point. Please remember, once again I'm repeating, Harry is cancelling this because initially this bills receivable, whatever he received 1,80,000 was accepted by him. So now when he accepted, that was showing as a bills payable and liability. And now that bill has come to him as a receivable from Jack because he sold goods to Jack. So that bill has come back to him as a receivable, hence it will be showing as a receivable. So receivable and payable. So 1,80,000 rupees is showing as a liability, it is showing as an asset as well. So there is no point in showing both. Impact is zero. So that is the reason what we are doing is bills payable account we are debiting and bills receivable account we are creating to the extent of 1,80,000 rupees so that that bill can be cancelled. We cancelled it. Then what happened? On 1st October 2019, Harry purchased goods worth 2 lakhs from George. So Harry purchased goods from George. So purchase account debit to George account 2 lakhs and Harry account debit to sales account 2 lakhs. This is very simple entry. So he purchased goods and George sold goods. So both the entries we have written. After that, what happened? Who has to pay now? He purchased goods. Harry has to pay amount to George, right? Harry has to pay amount to George, but George has to pay him 1,80,000 rupees, right? Why? Because he accepted the bill on mutual accommodation. Since he accepted the bill amount on mutual accommodation, this 1,80,000 rupees George has to pay to Harry. And since Harry purchased 2 lakhs worth of goods from George, he has to pay 1,80,000 rupees to him. So net, what is the balance payable? He has to pay 1,80,000 rupees and this guy has to pay 2 lakh rupees. Net, Harry has to pay 20,000 rupees to George. Now what happened? George account debit 20,000 rupees and bank account credit 20,000 rupees we are writing. Why? What happened to 1,80,000? 1,80,000 we have worth of bills payable and receivable we already cancelled. So now net, what is the payable between these two people? Payable between these two people only 20,000. Right? So George account debit 20,000 to bank account 20,000 and he will write bank account debit and Harry account 20,000 rupees. This is how the journal entries have to be recorded in both Harry and George books for this problem. It's a beautiful problem, guys. Please repeatedly watch this video, and if you have any confusion, please feel free to comment on my video. I will try my level best to explain your doubts. Okay, that's all for the day. Thank you so much.